This is a Nintendo Switch motherboard that I had a Vsys short on. I located the shorted IC chip, the ENXX, on the 3.3 volt power rail and replaced it. I still had a Vsys short after that and ended up finding a display driver IC chip was also shorted out, the 8136. After changing those two IC chips, the short went away. So now I'm going through the Retro Six Wiki boot up sequences to verify that all the other power rails are good before I put it all back together. Anyway, as you can see, I have my power supply hooked up here, and I got the ground on the shield for the port, and I've soldered a wire for the positive voltage onto the bottom of the inductor coil. You can see right there. I'm going to be sending in 4.2 volts, and I have a current max selected at 1 amp. So let's look at the power supply when I power up. The wiki says we should be getting 1 milliamp to 5 milliamps at this time. And I'm getting, it looks like, about 76. So I thought, yeah, man, that maybe I have a problem here on this Vsys, even though it's not a dead short, which I may still have. But then I also noticed that this wiki was put together on the version 1 board, or a different version than I have. I have a V2 board, so I'm starting to wonder if maybe there's just a difference in the Vsys amp draw before power up. I don't know yet. I still have to verify that. Anyway, let's flip the board over and check the power on the max 77620 voltage rails. Before I can confirm the voltage outputs on the max 77620 power rails, we have to get the system powered up. So in order to do that, power up the first stage boot, we'll have to short pins 1 and 2 on this connector here. Let's look under the microscope. I'm going to use a pair of tweezers. Now notice that the amp meter is still what we had before, 76 milliamps. Alright, so let's short pin 1 and 2 right here. Alright, now the amp meter changed up to 194 milliamps. The documentation does say that we're looking for 195 milliamps when you boot up the max 77620, and that's pretty close to what we have. So now I think we're ready to start checking the voltages on the max. Let's go ahead and flip the board over while it's in the powered up condition carefully. We don't want to short the positive and negative, or the positive to anything else on the board. We'll be monitoring voltages right around this area where the max chip is. Okay, now we're going to be checking some voltages around the max 77620 power management IC. We're going to look at the 1.8 volt up here, 1.3 volt here, and 1 volt here, and then a 1.1 volt over here. So let's take a look under the microscope now. And first I'm going to look at the 1.8 volt and the 1.3 volt. Let me connect on the ground, and then while monitoring up in the scope, I'm going to check on the inductor here. This should be 1.8 volts, and we have 1.83. This one should be 1.3 volts. Next is what we're going to look at. We're going to check this lower inductor over here. We got 1.37. Let's look at 1.1. It's over here. I do have the 1.1 volt. Okay, I do have 1 volt. All of the main voltages coming out of the max are good, so I think we're ready to proceed to the next boot stage, see what else I need to check before I continue on.